everybody. Good morning. How y'all doing this on the first Sunday of August? When friendship doors is open, you're always welcome, welcome, welcome. Anytime friendship is invited to another church, they let the pastor, the deacon, the mother board, or either Sister Mary Walker, or either any member of Friendship Baptist Church. And we will get back to someone in friendship that we is invited to another church. So anytime, when our door is open, everybody is welcome, 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 welcome. And y'all enjoy the service. My name is Cinderella Banks.
Those who they're sowing lives into their lives as well. And when you sow into somebody's life, in other words, you ought to tell your children every time, now and then, that you are somebody. You need to plant something down on the inside of your children. I know some hear it all the time. You ain't gonna mount up to be nothing. But when God planted us, you got to get rid of the unbelief. Unbelief says, I know it's not. Daddy used to say, never say what you can't do. Never say what you can't do, but if you search the scripture, I don't care how far you look from Genesis to Revelation, you never seen the word I can't. But you can't find the word unbelief. You don't believe what you're hearing. You don't believe what you're reading. You don't believe what God can do in your own life. It's a tragedy of an unbeliever if he don't believe in God. See, the only way to make it to heaven is you got to believe. Only way you can see the kingdom of God, you got to believe. The only way to make changes in your life, in your situation, you got to believe. You got to believe that God can do exactly what he says he can. God is bothered by our unbelief. It amazes him that though creation is created, but yet we see the sunrise, we see the sun go down, we see the stars at night, we see the moon shining, but yet we refuse to believe. There's somebody that said that we came from a big bang. Well, some folks is talking about this cloning. But I find out if it's a clone, it don't have a heartbeat. And I find out if you check yourself right now, you have a heartbeat. God created you. He said in his likeness. So God put something in you. So since there's something in you, God want to bring something out of you. Now how did God get this thing out of you? He get it out of you through his praise. Watch this right here. He allowed you to go through trials and tribulations. But even in the midst of your trials and your tribulations, you got to learn how to pray. Don't worry about what your neighbors are doing. See, when you start worrying about what your neighbor is doing, you're going to miss your blessing. And unbelief going to continue to grow in your life. But when you learn to forget about what's around, God said, I put a hedge of protection all around. There are going to be folks, they're going to try to come against you. There are going to be folks, they're going to try to hinder you. There are going to be folks that are going to talk about you. There are going to be folks that are going to scandalize your name. But watch this. Even when they did not receive Jesus in his own home. All right. Free. Look at it. Y'all know how y'all do it. Look at him, he think he all. Done went to wedding and got some education, now he think he all. He just one of us. Look at that nigga standing in the pulpit, think he's something. He just one of us. But I come to find out that God ain't gonna come down and do the work. So he'll send people and put them in place. It's up to you and you receive what has been said to you. But watch it right here, but because there were no miracles done among the people because they did not receive Jesus. Come on, watch this. Friendship, if we don't believe in what thus said the Lord, God would do less miracles in this place. If we don't trust, watch this. And then we try to set up people when God starts acting like this, you can put people above who God done put in place. And when you put those people in place, watch this. Now you're looking above what God done. And when you're looking above, well, watch right here, God said, I can't perform in that place because they out of order. I can't do what I want to do because they're out of order. And when they get back in order, now I can do some things. But as long as they're out of order, trying to do things their way, watch right here, I can't do no work in this. Jesus. Jesus. He went out proclaiming the truth. Why did he do this? Watch this. He knew if he go out and teach, that teach would change the minds of the people. Watch this. If I can teach them, if I can show them, watch it right now, I can change their mind. I can change their unbelief. But how can he teach if you're not in the midst of the teaching? How can he teach and show you if you're always out there doing everything you're big and bad to do, but you're not in his presence? But yet you're still going through your trial. You're still in the midst of trouble. First, they rejected Christ because of who he was. He just a carpenter. A lot of folks don't reject me because I'm Marlene and Jesse. Stay with me. Somebody don't reject me because I came out of a low place called Sand Hill. I know that they ask the question, can anything good come out of Sand Hill? But I come to tell you, God can bring anybody, no matter what your situation is. He can change your status. Amen. He can put you in places that some folks wish they could be. But I come to tell you, don't worry about what folks are saying about you. Just trust God and let God elevate you to another level. Yeah, you got to learn to humble yourself. And then when you learn to humble yourself, God said, in due season, I will exalt you. And the very one who look down on you will begin to look up. Oh, how you know, Pastor, why you say that? The word says that at the name of Jesus, every knee. See, they talk about it, they scandalize it. But he said, at the name of Jesus, every knee gonna bow, every tongue gonna confess. You might talk about me now, but later on. You got to learn to trust God. My brothers and sisters, don't let prejudice blind you to the truth. Don't let who you think you are blind you to who God really is. Don't let your position think that you somebody when God said you're nobody. And you thought you were so right, but God said your righteousness is like a filthy rag. Oh, you don't went and took a bag, you don't put on all this perfume, this cologne, and you think it's smelling good, but he said your righteousness is like a filthy rag. Great. Now, I come to encourage somebody. As you learn about Jesus, learn to see him for who he really is. See, Jesus didn't come to put down no. Jesus didn't come to talk about. But Jesus came to say the word. If you understand, if you break down his name, Jesus means the Savior of the world. But watch it right here. But if you look at him as a Nazarene, as a carpenter's son, as a poor man, you'll never see him for who he really is. If you look at me, he understand he ain't nobody. If you look at him because he's a my lady Jesse's son, he's nobody. But I come to tell you, when I sign my name, when I call on the name of Jesus, now I'm no longer that same old person who came out of Sand Hill. Even though I came out of Sand Hill, I'm my lady Jesse's son, but I'm a child of God. I know that some of us have always been in where we at. Some folks don't forget about where they don't claim. They think they way better than some other folks. Amen. I've been in the church all these years, and that don't mean nothing. Amen. But watch right here. I don't care if you came yesterday or you've been here 50 years. Amen. The same God we serve today is the same God way back. Yeah. The Romans tells us that faith comes by hearing. And hearing by the word don't believe me, read Romans 10:17. See, there's no question that in order for the true miracle working power of God to work in our lives, to be released in our lives, we got to have faith in God. If we want this thing to be released in our lives, we got to get rid of unbelief and start trusting God. If we want to do this thing, watch it right here, you're going to have trouble. But if you don't want to stay in your trouble long, you better start believing in God. And watch it right here, the trouble that you go through, watch it right here, you might cry right now because we've been made to do it for a night. But joy will come in the morning. In other words, you won't be in your trouble long. Because now God said, I can come in, I can do some things in your life. We got to have faith. But in order to step out on faith, you need some instruction. You got to take in the reading of the word of God. Watch it right here. Jesus went around teaching. Jesus went around teaching because we know that faith comes by hearing. And we know that hearing means receiving instruction. Instruction is providing some information. Now, without the information, we can't have no understanding. So information produces, my brother and sister, understanding. And understanding produces trust. Watch this. I woke up this morning. God allowed me to see another day. I was able to put my clothes on. I wasn't trying to put my shoes on my head. Wasn't trying to put my shirt on my legs. Woke me up in my right mind. When I trusted him, when I laid down last night, I trusted him. So trust is faith. And faith in God can move mighty mountains in your life. Watch it right here. Mountains don't mean a hill of dirt. Amen. Mountains mean the situation that you're going through. Mountains can be that problem that you face today. Amen. And tomorrow it can be gone. That mountain can be there. Watch it right here. It can be kinfolks. Oh. Amen, somebody. Amen. Don't you be that mountain. Amen, somebody. Amen. I tell you, the devil came in. He came in with something. I tell you, don't be that mountain. Amen. Somebody trusting God and God begin to move you out. Oh. When we walk in faith, we can obey God. When we walk in faith and we can obey God, watch this right now. God can do some mighty work. God can do some things that we never thought can happen. God can do some things that, watch this right here. If I can just go back, I just want to show you this. Show you this. If we can go back to the back of this church. Folks said you weren't going to be able to. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. If we can go to the back of this church. Matter of fact, we ain't got to go to the back. We just can look around. People said you weren't going to be able. Why? Because they looked at your status, how you can stand. But I come to tell you, God can do anything. Don't thank God because you this far to leave by yourself right now. We got to continue to trust God. And watch it, not only He bless the church, but He'll bless your home. But watch it right here. Watch it right here. But you always gonna have somebody. Oh yeah, but we can overcome that somebody. See, because we can do it without Him. I know, because God said when 2 or 3 are gathered together, touching in the agreement, He said, I want to do this. There's some things, my brothers and sisters, there's some folks don't want you to see you make it. They don't want you to see you make it to the next level. But I'm about to tell you, the devil is a lie. And because he's a lie, he can't tell the truth. And some of you who allow the devil to use you, you ain't telling the truth. And the reason why you ain't telling the truth, because it ain't going your way. Always stay with somebody. And then when it ain't going your way, now you want to spread the news. I'll give you something to run with today. Oh yeah. When God say bleed, when He say run, or when God say give, we know we will keep He will keep us from falling when He tell us to do anything. Why you say that, Pastor? Now, if God tell you to do something, He ain't gonna let you go by yourself. Disciples, I need for you to go to the other side. In other words, you're gonna make it, but while you're on your way, there's gonna be some trouble. Y'all stay with me, y'all. See, God already designated you to a place. But while you're on your way to that battle worse. Why he said that, Pastor? Because he said the battle is mine. Now we learn to give a battle to who it belongs. Now God, you told me to go over him, but look what I'm facing. Don't worry about it, give it to me. And Lord, you told me that now I'm hungry, Lord, but just give it to me. And watch it right here. You ain't got to worry about nothing. That's why he told us, don't worry. Because he knows you're going to go through this situation. He knows you're going to have some dry times in your life. He knows you're going to have to heal some cry, but he said, just give it to me. He said, I'll provide your every need. I know I sent you over here, but I need you to trust me. Don't watch it right here. You say you need clothes, you got clothes. Just stop by Old Navy, they cheap over there. Watch it right here. I know you need food. McDonald's right here on your way, amen. Just stop by McDonald's and pick up a Happy Meal or something, amen. I know you're on your way, and the car about just stop by Top Plus and get a top put on, amen. But you're going to make it to your destination. But I don't have the money, you just keep on working. They going to pay you. But when you make it, I need you to give me some praise. I need you to give me some praise. I need you to trust me. The book of Proverbs take fast hold of the instructions. Let her not go. Let keep her, for she is thy life. That's in Proverbs 4:13. In other words, when you take the instruction from God, when you get the instructions, the teaching from God, the law from God, you ought to take it and put it down on the inside of you. See, we take everything else and put it down on the inside of us. And we remember all the bad stuff, but we never keep the good stuff. See, some of us just like the fish, amen. We'll eat the bone but throw away the meat. You know when I was growing up, if a fish bone you caught in your throat, they say, get some light breed. You got to treat it like this. You got to separate the bones from that limited thing. Because you're about to choke in there. Watch right here. We let limited stuff keep us from the big stuff. Amen. When they talked about me, you stayed from church. They looked at me funny. You stayed from church. They ain't doing nothing. And you stayed from church. God got some bigger and better things in your life. But because of this small, we allow to hinder us. We struggle week after week, time after time, but we got to learn to open up and meditate on the word of God. Watch what he said. He said, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law do meditate day and night. Some folks say, well, the Lord love me. Sure, he loves you. But do you love him? See, there's a difference. Some folks show they love by doing. But God said they worship me with their lips, but their hearts are far away. In other words, they want to talk the good game, but when it's time for the game, there's no game. But we are, my brothers and sisters, we got to learn to trust God. Here Jesus said that a prophet, in other words, a worker for God, is never honored in his own hometown. And since he never honored a person, does not need to be respected. Watch it right now. I don't care how you look at me, how you talk about me, but long as God is with me, see, y'all to be telling yourself that when you wake up in the morning, I know they're going to talk about me, but I'm going to take God with me. I know they're going to stand around at night, but I'm going to take God with me. I know they don't like me, but I'm going to take God with me. And with God on my side, it's more than the whole world. Watch it right here. Don't get mad if they reject you. Watch it right here. You still ain't by your if God is for you, he's more than the whole world. We worried about a little clique. Why did that little clique? It's going to soon disperse. But with God on your side, the truth will soon come out. When the truth come out, that is, watch right here, he's going to cause the enemy to get confused. And some of the folks that was in the clique going to want to be on your side. And when they want to be on your side, they're going to sit there and wonder how in the world you made it when you had all these folks against you. So with God on your side, he's more than the whole world. God have mercy. I'm going all in Jesus did. Jesus came And because he came to his own folk, they did not receive him. Watch right here. He did less work. Less miracles were performed in that place. So what he did, he went out teaching round about the villages. And then he did more work on the outside. Y'all read the story. He did more work on the outside. You remember the woman that he talked to at the well, give me some water? He did a miracle in her life, and she wasn't even part of the folks. See what right here. Remember, Lord have mercy. There was a Jazarus whose daughter was sick. Watch right here. He did some work with him, and he wasn't even inside. Now stay with me. Because some folks think you got to be in the church to get the miracle. But God said, I pour it down on the just as well as the earth. Oh my God. Jesus. Go out and teach somebody, tell somebody else somewhere else. Searching out those. Somebody right now is searching out for the Lord. They're looking for an answer. Watch it right now. And in this teaching and in his instruction, he's able to get their attention. And because he's able to get their attention, there was a woman who had the issue of blood for 12 long years. And when she heard about it, you think she stopped because of the law of the people? No, this lady said, I'm tired of being sick and tired. Sometimes you got to get tired of being sick and tired of being in what you in. You got to want to come out of what you're in. Trust God. I done heard about this man by the name of Jesus. Story was told about a young boy who always was sitting in the window. And while sitting in the window, this young boy always watched the Mr. Telephone Man. And while the telephone man was climbing up and down the telephone pole, this boy, he looked at the man as if he was a superhero. Because he wondered how in the world this man climbed up and down the pole. Ain't my God all right? But I hear when one day he got brave enough and went outside and began to talk to the telephone man. He said, Mister, how do you do it? How do you climb these poles? The man said, I have to put my trust in something. My brother and sister, if you want to grow in Christ, you got to learn to put your trust in the Lord. Ain't my God all right? If you want the children to act right, you got to learn to put your trust in the Lord. If you want people to start treating you right, you got to put your trust in the Lord. Friendship, if you want the church to go well, you got to learn to put your trust in the Lord. But while this man was telling him he had to put his trust in something, ain't my God all right? But while he was telling the young boy, I have my belt that I wrap around my waist, ain't my God all right? But on my feet, on my shoes, I have the spikes, ain't my God all right? But I heard him when he said, I had to learn to use my belt, and I had to learn to use my spike. Ain't my God all right? My brothers and my sister, if you want the Lord to work for you, you got to learn to use the word. Ain't my God all right? So the little boy asked the question, now mister, how do you learn to use the belt? How do you learn to use the spike? The man said, I stopped by a class and they began to teach me. They began to teach me how to use my spike, where I can climb the pole. Ain't my God all right? But there was another man that was in the class. He said every time he go up the pole, he'll always slide down. Ain't my God all right? But on the way down, he will get some splinters, and we know that splinters don't hurt. Ain't my God all right? They are bad feeling down there under your skin. Ain't my God all right? But his boy began to question him. Now what about the belt? He said, I learned after I used my spine, I learned to lean on my belt. Ain't my God all right? But I heard him say, I I'll be a buckler around your waist. Hey, my God, all right. My brothers and sisters, you want to learn to trust the spy that will put in his hand. Hey, my God, all right. You want to learn to trust the buckler who's ahead of your life. Hey, my God, all right. But the boy said, how do you get up the pole? I heard him say, I have to take one step at a time. Hey, my God, all right. When I see you, Mr. Telephone Man, to the top of the pole, I did see you. You were leaning. You were leaning back. But I so thank God when I lean back that he's a leaning post that I can lean on. Hey, my God, all right. You want to trust your leaning post because he's right there by your side. While on the spike will hold him in. Hey, my God, all right. But can I tell you about the spike? One Friday, they took my Jesus. They marched in the Calvary's hill. They took that bloody body and they laid it down on an old rugged cross. And hey, my God, all right. They took one spike and they put it in the left hand. They took another spike and they put it in the right hand. They took another spike and they put it in his feet. Hey, my God, all right. The spike was designed to bring pain in this life. My brothers and sisters, when spike come in your life, just tell God about it. When they put spikes in you, you want to tell God about it. When they scandalize you, you want to tell God about it. When they talk about you, you want to tell God about it. When the food get low, you want to tell God about it. When you don't have money to pay your bills, you want to tell God about it. Now, hey, my God, all right. But while I laying down with the spice in the hand and the spice in the feet, they took my Jesus and they lifted him up between heaven and earth. Hey, my God, all right. But let me tell you about the spies. The spies, they had him right there. But I heard, if I be lifted up, I draw on me unto myself. Hey, my God, all right. That spy meant for one thing, but it did another. If I can, let me tell you what the spike did. It kept my Jesus on the cross. It drove me. Hey, my God, all right. It kept my cross hanging high. Hey, my God, all right. He not only drove me, but the Bible said he died. But early one Sunday morning, he got up. He got up with all power. Power to make it right. Power to make you trust God. Ain't my God all right? He will. He'll stop by. Lay his hands on you. Ain't my God all right? He will. He'll call you his own. Ain't my God all right? In the midnight hour, when there's tears in your eyes, he'll stop by. He'll wipe away your tears. Ain't my God all right? When your heart is broken, he'll start right on by and mend your broken heart. Ain't my God all right? I heard when your enemy come against you, he'll make your enemy. He'll make him your footstool. Ain't my God all right? I'm so glad you can talk about me. I'm going to tell God about it. You can scandalize me. I'm going to tell God about it. You can try to override me. I'm going to tell God about it. He will. I find out. He will. He'll come to your rescue. I know there's trouble in our way. But I heard that we learn to get behind it. Everything. Jesus said, a prophet will not be honored in his own hometown. But that did not stop hold. Say with me. I don't care what they say about you. I don't care if they don't honor you. Keep doing what they said. While he was doing this, the Bible says he just touched a couple folks. So he went on about his business. There on the outside, he did more work than he did on the inside. Like this. There's some folks right now don't want you to make it. But Jesus said, I can do some work in your life. But you got to trust. I know there's a lot of against you because of what you used to do. But if you trust me, any man being Christ, he's a new creature. But if you trust me, I can make a way out of it. I know you want that promotion on your job. But to get that promotion, you got to follow mine. I know you have supervisors, but don't run behind them. I know you have leaders, but don't run behind them. Trust me, because promotion don't come from them. It comes from... Somebody gonna get blessed right here. I know things look funny in your life right now. I know things ain't going the way you want them. But I need you to go through this process. Because this is not just for you. There's somebody on the other side who's about to go through the same thing that you're in right now. But when you come out of it, I need you to taste still. So when you come out and you begin to taste still, now that you're out of your process, now you don't came into your blessings. But while you're out of it, what I need you to do is begin to praise me. I need you to begin to call on my name. I need for you to remember where you came from. See, since you don't remember where you done came from. See, watch it right here. See, I remember where I came from. I came from Sand Hill. They called the bottom. But now God done brought me from the bottom. Now I'm at the... Y'all stay with me. Watch it right here. I ain't where I ought to be, but I thank God I'm not what I used to be. Amen. I know everything ain't right in my life. But watch it right here. But I'm on my way. Amen. But while I'm on my way, I'm going to give God some praise. But while I'm giving God some praise, I know there's a time I'm giving my life when I get sick. But my praise is going to be stored up. So when God look back on my life, he said, I'm going to see your healing. That's why they were supposed to sit there with their mouth closed. So you can't get nothing out the bank if you don't put nothing. Because one day you ain't gonna always be where you went, amen. You ain't gonna always have a good feeling in your body. You ain't gonna always be in good health. But one day sickness gonna come about. And you gonna want a blessing from God. But God will look back in your bank account and say, go to the bank. You trying to get money out of the bank. You get a piece of paper that say answer. Watch this. I know you've been getting money because you work a job. You paid every week. You don't put nothing in there. But you go buy everything you. But watch it right here. Then you go to church. Watch it right here. You go there with your mouth closed, your face folded up, your arms in there. Then watch it right here. Then when time of sickness come, watch it right here. When time of sickness come, God look back over your life and he begin to look at your account and I can hear him say, answer. Why? Because when you was in good health, you refused to give me praises. The reason why you refused to give me praises because you were worried about who was sitting next to me. You refused to give me praises because you thought your mother was doing it for you. You refused to give me praise because you just thought you was all this is a bad children. When I come to tell you, better give God some praise. And sometimes we wonder how certain folks get healed. And some of us don't. I've been in church all my life. That's good. You've been working all your life. What this? They'll tell you, look on the church roll. They can tell you when you joined, and that's all you did. Came to church, that's all you did. I've been on programs, but that's all you. Programs don't save you. Programs don't store up for you. Praising God is what do it, because we're praising God, Lord. Program here, program there, thinking that the program gonna do it for you. Your work ain't gonna get you to heaven. Oh my God. I don't care who it is, where it is, how it is. If you ain't praising God, you better learn to obey. Then God said, if they don't cry out, I'll make the rocks. Not only me, but they go for each and every one of us. My family, your family, every family. If you don't learn to cry out to God, trouble, Lord have mercy. And let me tell you now, trouble is on its way. And if you ain't been through nothing, just keep on living. If you think your money got you, just keep on living. But after a while, you will get in some trouble that money can't get you. So why are you going through? My brothers and sisters, I told you a prophet is not among his own folks. Why? And I come to realize, when Jesus was prophesied that he was going to be raised as a Nazarene, brought from Jerusalem to be raised in Nazarene because of the thing that was put out, the decree that was put out, so Joseph had to leave. So they went to Nazareth. And when they went to Nazareth, they raised him up as a Nazarene. And when they raised him up as a Nazarene, he began to do mighty works. And when he began to do mighty works, he left town, but then he came right. And then when he came right back, he was trying to do some things in his own hometown, but the people did not receive him because of who his parents. Because he was just a carpenter. If I go back to my own neighborhood, quite sure I would not receive because I came out there. Y'all stay with me. Stay with me. But let somebody that go, please, NFL, go back. Lord have mercy, they follow on him like he's a God. They follow, watch this right here, they follow on him like he's a God, watch it right here. But ask him for some money. You'll still be in your same when he gone on by his situation, amen. But I know a God, I can call him even in the midnight hour. He will come to my rescue. The same one who they rejected is the one I want. He's the cornerstone that they rejected. He was the very cornerstone that they rejected. And folks are still rejecting him right now.
Yes.
Well, I do this in the church. It's good. What is your point behind doing what you're doing for the church? Are you looking for praises? Are you doing it together to send praises up? Like this. Like this. A lot of folks do things to get praises. They want everybody to pat them on them. But then when trouble hit, they start crying. Y'all stay with me. Watch it right now. The Bible says that a man that is born of a woman have a few days to live, and those days are full of trust. Y'all stay with me. But if you understand that, and God said, I'm going to be with you always. So no matter what you're going through, God said, if you learn to give it to me, watch it right here. He said, I will handle it for you. See, some folks, the Bible said we perish because of the lack of, and because we perish because of the lack of knowledge, because we don't want to learn the word of God. And he went out teaching. Y'all stay with me. He went out teaching. He went out teaching. Because the teaching and the instruction is what destroys unbelief. And when you believe the teaching of the Lord according to the scriptures, some things that you're going through, you don't have to go. And then when you go through it, and the people who are trying to put you through it, you can just look at them and keep on walking. When they talk about you, just keep on. Because some of the people who talking about you already want to beat you. Y'all stay with me. Because they want to beat you so bad, they'll talk about you just to make you look bad. And then since they talk about it to make you look bad, now they want to think they somebody. Because watch right here, when I learned to go down on my knees, then I began to call on that name. I say, Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy holy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. But then when I come up on my knee, I say, Father, I stretch my hand. Good God, watch it right here, watch it right here. Father, I stretch my hand to thee because there's no other help. I can call on him because there's no other help. There's no one to deliver me out of what I'm going through. Nobody but the Lord. Jesus walked and he told. He walked. And when he teaches, knowing that he's the Son of God, the Son of God ain't going to just go say any and everything. He's going to teach you what you need to know. He's going to teach you what you need to know. The reason why he's going to teach you what you need to know because he knows you're about to face some things in your life that you don't know how to handle. But how can you learn if you're not in his presence? He said, take my yoke and learn of me. Jesus. A prophet is not honored. Why? Why this? You're going to close it out right here. If you don't do what certain folks want you to do, they'll turn their back. Watch it. But I learned to accept that. Because it's everywhere you go. And since it's everywhere you go, that thing change every now and then. But I'm going to show you what I do. But I trust in the one who cannot change. Good God Almighty. I know if I can trust him and I know that he don't change because he's the same yesterday, today and forevermore. If I trust him, the same one who's trying to change on me. Good God Almighty. He said, don't worry about him. I'll make your enemy. If you don't get nothing today, it ain't nobody. Watch this right here. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on it. Watch it. I'm going to tell you why I don't sleep on it. It can be very dangerous to sleep on it. Because once you hear it and you don't want to apply it, some things can come your. And then watch it right here. Then we want to cry out. Because all you had to do is speak. Y'all know why the president is in the seat? Because of the church. The president is in his seat because of the church, not because of how much money he had. Y'all stay with me. The Bible said if you want the word to change, if you want to heal it in the word, the church got to come in. But if the church don't know how to work together, how the word of the church will come? Then how the word will change if we don't know how to work together? And then if we want our community to change, how the word in the church? Lord have mercy, there's separation in the community. And how the word God will be in the midst of it if we don't let it come together? Sugarcoat everything. He can't preach it. Forget that. Give me the word. I need some sugar-free stuff anyway. I need some sugar-free. He can't. I don't need sugarcoat nothing. I need some word in my life. Man, I need some stuff that's going to help me, benefit me. And then watch it right here. But I'm not so selfish because I think about my kids every day. I'm not going to always be around. I got my kids on the way. I got grandkids I don't know nothing about. They on their way. I'm not going to be selfish. Because I know if I can send them some timber right now, I'm going to a place, I'm going to a home where, a place that they're built from just for me. I know I can mess up every now and then, but I so thank God for making a way out of nowhere. It's all right. Because he's all right. Call on him. Don't worry about your neighbor. Because one day they're going to have to call on him. They're going to have to call on him. They're going to have to call on him. They're going to have to look up to him. So why you got breath in your body? Why the lungs are still pumping the air of God? You want to call that name? I noticed this some years ago. How there's somebody over here thinks that they better than somebody over. Then I noticed that this person right here thinks that they better than them over here. But then watch it right here. I'm not talking inside the church. I'm talking about the church. Y'all stay with me because there's more than one church in this community. And then watch it right here. And because the community is in the situation that they're in because of the church, how they carry themselves. And guess what? And the people is who make up the church. Y'all stay with me. And because the people who make up the church thinking that they paying somebody else because how much money they might have in there. And because they think they got more money than everybody else, they always say that. But I don't want to go to that church because it's a poor. Now stay with me because there's a poor church. I don't want to deal with poor folks. And since I don't want to deal with poor folks, but why do God say that? How you treat the poor? That's how you treat me. He's all right. The same way you treat them is how you treat me. You better be careful how you treat me. You got to be careful. They did not receive Jesus because he was just a poor man to them. And because he was just a poor man to them, he didn't do no miracles among them. And some of them folks were not so sick because they were caught up on themselves. Y'all stay with me. Some folks were not so hungry that they were caught up on themselves because they looked at him and not what was in him. Jesus. 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 Everybody stand to your feet. Stand to your feet. When I was studying over this lesson, God put this thing in my heart. And when he put it in my heart, I said, how in the world am I going to do it, Lord? I know somebody going to talk about me. He said, did I not tell you I'm going to be with you? He said, Lord, I said, Lord, now you know they're going to look at me funny. Did I tell you I'm more than the whole world against you? Then I said, Lord, how you want me to say it? He said, just open your mouth and I'll do the rest. Then I began to think about Moses. Moses said, Lord, I can't talk. I'm tired. My tongue is tired. I stutter real bad. He said, don't worry about that. Who made your tongue? He said, since you act like this, I want to send somebody with you. Get your brother. But I'm going to tell you, not your brother, but I'm going to tell you, you tell your brother, and then I want your brother to tell the people. Watch this. He sent Jesus. Jesus sent me. Now watch this. Now me got to tell the people. Now stay with me. We look like Moses told it, but if you read the story, Aaron told it. God gave it to Moses, Moses gave it to Aaron, Aaron gave it to the people. But God gave it to Moses. So Moses was responsible for what was said. Since he was responsible for what he said, he told Aaron. Aaron had to give it to the people. There are some folks who still don't want to listen. Because who's telling the story? Oh, yeah, so-and-so was doing it. I believe it. If Joey was telling it, I believe it. If T.D. Jakes was telling it, I believe it. If Creflo was telling it, I believe it. Wow. Pastor Hardner was saying, I believe it. If so-and-so was telling it, I believe it. But let me tell you this. God can use anybody. And when he used that person to tell you, all you got to do is pay attention to what is being said. Watch this. And when you pay attention to what is being said, you got to look in the mirror. Not to your left, not to your right, not in front, or not to the back. You ought to just look in the mirror. And when you look in the mirror and you pay attention to the words that are being said, all you can do is see yourself. But then when you begin to see yourself, you see that you ain't all that you cracked up to. Y'all stay with me. Because some folks think they all this. And a bag of, I'm good. I just went and got my hair done. God says this. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how many friends you may have. I don't care how many parties you're going to be invited to. If you don't have me in your life, it don't mean nothing. If you haven't accepted Jesus as your personal Savior, in hell, you will lift up your eyes. I know you've been in the church for a long time, but there's folks who go to church going to be in hell. Simply because they went for the wrong reason. Well, I'm going to get dressed up to go see what they're going to talk about today. I'm going to get dressed up to go see what the choir going to sing about. I'm going to get dressed up just to see what the preacher's talking about. And then when you get out of church, you go run and tell everybody. Well, so-and-so did this. I know right about it. They got not trying to do this. They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna make it because they already tried that before. Somebody, he knew all that. The Holy Spirit let me know everything. Put me in place. And you want me to be a dummy. The reason why the Holy Spirit of God don't put me in a place because he don't want me to be a dummy. The reason why he don't want me to be a dummy because he want me to preach against stuff that's against the church. Now stay with me. When you come to church with the wrong motive, that's against the church. When you come to church to talk about folks, that's the wrong motive. So God put me in a place right here, to talk about those things that are not pleasing in his sight. Sometimes I have to step on my own toes. That's all right. You'll never know when I put them up on. You'll never know. And I never know who you are. As long as you do what thus said the Lord.